that needs no introduction. Our Senator, Marco Rubio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Well, let me tell you, this is a lot of people. I've never seen so many people in one place with someone that can't sing. Listen, thank you so much for being a part of this. I want to first start by thanking you for something you did a couple of years ago. I want to thank you for allowing me to have the privilege of serving you in the United States Senate. When I got to the Senate on your behalf, I walked into one of those first meetings. I looked around the room. I saw these famous faces. I've been seeing for so many years on TV. He said, wow, that guy ran for president over there. And that guy was almost president over there. And that guy was a vice president or a vice presidential nominee. And it just blew me away. I would ask myself, how did I get here? Well, 6 months later, I looked around the same room and asked myself, how did they get here? So we need some help. We need some help. And that's why I'm asking you for a favor. I'm asking you to send us Connie Mack to the United States Senate. We need a majority in the Senate because we have a chance to do something special. We have talked, I don't think the American people need to hear any more about the last 4 years, because not even Barack Obama wants to talk about the last 4 years anymore. He just put out a picture book that he calls his plan for the next 4 years. Unfortunately, there's nothing really innovative in that picture book. They're the ideas that have failed every time they've ever been tried. They're expensive ideas. They're the ideas of countries that people come here to get away from. Today we're here to talk about the next 8 years. Today we're talking about looking ahead to a new American century. The 20th century was the American century, where the world is a safer and better place because we were the most powerful economy and the most powerful military power on the earth. And Pensacola knows that as well as any community in America. With all the bad news in the press these days about our economy and jobs, we are not that far away from a better future if only a few things happen. We are a tax reform away. We are regulatory reform away. We are a repeal and replace of Obamacare away. We are a pro-American energy policy away. We are a Romney presidency away from a new American century. And that's not just important because we love our country. That's important because if America's light is diminished, the world will be worse off for it. The fact that America is a strong military power ensures safety, navigation of the seas. There's a reason why China is investing all that money in rockets to attack our ships. There's a reason why they're building their own aircraft carriers. There's a reason why other countries are increasing their military power. Because the world is as dangerous as it's ever been. And it needs a strong America more than it ever has before. But we also need a stronger economy, and there's no reason why we can't have one. We are a pro-American energy policy away from a renaissance in American manufacturing, and that's what Mitt Romney will do. If we could have tax reform, just a normal tax code, where the rates are affordable and easy to comply with, regulations that make sense, that you don't have to hire entire law firms to be able to comply with. And if we could repeal and replace Obamacare, our children and our grandchildren will be the most prosperous Americans ever. This is what we have a chance to do. But you can't do it with a president that doesn't believe in the free enterprise system. You can't do it with leaders in Washington that do not understand the American free enterprise system. Every problem that we face, they think can be solved with a new spending program, a new regulation, or a new agency of government. Now, they're going to claim that's not their ideas, but I've got a picture book to prove it. And here's the great news. As big as this crowd is here today, they're just as big everywhere else in this country. All across America, Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan are giving speeches just like the ones he's going to give here today, and the crowds are growing and the excitement is building because people understand what we are on the verge of. We are 10 days away from ushering a new era in American politics and in American history. We are 10 days away. 10 more days. We are 10 days away from electing someone to the White House that not just believes in the American free enterprise system, he understands it because he has lived it. We are 10 days away from electing someone to the White House who understands that the world is a safer and better place when America is the strongest country in the world. And so just as Connie Mack said a moment ago, you need to go out and vote. You need to make sure that 5 other people go out and vote. You can convince 5 other people to go. You know who they are. They want to vote, but they're not going to unless you get them there. You need to go get them there. And if you know people in some other states, places like, I don't know, Ohio, Colorado, Virginia, you need to call them on the phone. Great thing about being from Florida is everyone knows somebody from somewhere else. I don't want to wake up Wednesday morning to the bad news that we almost did it. I want to wake up Wednesday morning to the news that the Republican majority has taken over the Senate, that a Republican majority remains in the House, and that Mitt Romney is the President-elect of the United States.